Come on, focus. Focus. It doesn't want to focus. It wants to focus on that tree back there. Apparently it's a very interesting tree. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm going to jump right into it because today I am going to be refilming my first impression, only now it's not a first impressions. Basically this is going to be my second impression of the Juvia's Place Wahala palette. I filmed with this the other day and my lighting was messed up, my sound was messed up, and so I'm just like, you know, I can't deal with that, so I'm just going to refilm it. So that's what we're going to do today, and let's just go ahead and jump into it. If you're new here, my name is Amy. Thank you so much for joining me. I would like to invite you to subscribe if you like this kind of content, which is like basically pushing the envelope just a little bit for those of us who are of an age. I'm personally 51, but I know that there's a lot of misconceptions out there that if you are over the age of whatever, you can't wear this and you shouldn't wear that and don't do this, but do that and all that kind of thing. Well, yes and no. I would agree with a little bit of that, but most of it I think is crap. So if you're interested in seeing, you know, more dramatic looks or more colorful looks, and you want to see those on somebody that's a little bit older, then you're in the right place. I invite you to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up while you're watching it, and let's just get straight into it. So you may or may not have noticed that if you've been here before, you will most likely notice that I have changed my backdrop a little bit in order to, I don't know, bring a little bit more of a festive mood to the channel. And I'm quite liking it. It's still a little bit of a work in progress, but I had fun making my little backdrop here of all of my glittery trees. It is a combination of things that I purchased at Michael's and some branches and twigs and things like that that I collected from my yard and spray painted and did that kind of thing with. And there are a few little sort of Christmas tree type things in there that I picked up for really inexpensive at Nordstrom Rack. I'm priming my eyes today with the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly, and I'm not going to recreate the look that I did the first time because I don't want to, but I am going to be doing another blue, purple, green kind of look, which is what I had done the first time. I mean, because you look at this palette and it definitely looks like basically a blue palette. Of course, if you cover up, you know, this side of it, it definitely has more of a warm, peachy, coppery look to it. But we're going to do the blue-green thing today. And we are going to jump right into it. I'm going to go into the color Jealous, which is this one right here. And I am picking this up. And we are going to, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this color on the outside. I'm going to pick up the color, I think Wicked or maybe Fury, I'm not sure which, and I'm going to do that on the inside half. And then on the lid, I'm going to go in with the shimmer color called Money. And it's beautiful. I mean, I used it the other day, and it is, ooh, so pretty. So pretty. You wipe that away a little bit. Got a little crazy there. And clearly I don't have my hair done or anything like that, so I will also be doing that. I'm trying to decide if I want to go out today or if I don't, because it's really ugly out. I feel like I say that every time I come on my channel, that the weather is ugly. And don't you worry, we are going to blend those edges. I think I'm going to go into the color Wicked, which is a really pretty sort of cornflower blue color. And I'm going to put that on the inside half of my eye. I really like this color. The only thing, as I mentioned in the video that you'll never see, is that the color Fury and the color Dream, which are the two darker blues, matte blues in here, are not that different when you put them on the eye. And I'm a little bit disappointed about that. I wish the color Dream was a little darker, but you know, this is not an infrequent thing to occur when you get a palette that's got this many colors in it. Like I say, I'm a little disappointed in that aspect of it, although so far everything that I have used, and that by no means is that all the colors, has blended really, really nicely. So I'm just going to take that same brush and I'm just going to kind of go back and forth over those, where those two colors meet. We're just going to blend those just a little bit. A lot of this is going to get covered up by that shimmer color, but I just want them to blend together just a touch. For the color Money, which I'm going to put on my lid, I think I will spray it. It's been a few days now. I can't remember if I sprayed it originally or not. It picks up pretty nice on the brush, so that's a good thing. But I think all the same, I'm gonna spray it just a little bit. And we are going to put that right here to begin with. And I'm going to bring that all the way across the lid. Now, of course, if you didn't want the shimmer all the way across your lid, you would not have to do that. You could definitely just pat a little bit in the center to create that sort of pretty, sort of almost halo eye kind of look, and it would be lovely. Okay, I am going to go into the color Dream, which is, which is this dark bluish purple here, and I am going to pick a little bit of that up, and we are going to, I think I'm going to deepen this up just a little bit out here. And if I need to deepen it further, then I will. But for right now, I'm just going to use this little tiny brush. This is the Morphe M562. And I'm just going to focus that in the crease and slightly above, just basically where that shimmer meets those mattes. And I think for that outer corner, I'm going to pick up this color called Eggbummy. I'm sure I'm not saying that right. And we're going to put that in the outer corner, just to deepen that up a little bit. And just sort of whisk it out here a little bit, make sure there's no super harsh edges anywhere. And because I put that shimmer down, it's not going to be much of a matte anymore. Do I need to darken that up in the outer corner a little bit more? Let's try using a little bit of this ASAP, which is this really pretty kind of dark warm chocolate brown. Oh yeah. So a little bit of fallout from that brown, and that's not really all that surprising. That happens quite a bit with dark colors like that. I'm going to pick up just a clean brush here, and we're going to see what kind of blending we can do without any shadow. Just blending out the edges of what I've got put down here. So for some reason it's not wanting to blend right there. So let's move on to the other eye here for a minute. Okay, so that shadow is not moving quite like I'd like it to. What shall we do about that? I'm going to pick up a little bit more of Wicked. I'm just going to use that same brush that I was just using. I'm going to use that right along the edges here. So that's looking a little patchy. Not too bad. I'm not worried yet. And we're not going for perfection here. We're just going for decent. I'm going to pick up the color Lit, which is just kind of a fleshy peach tone, and I'm going to put that on my brow bone and kind of try to soften that edge a little bit. And like I always say, things like lashes, liner, mascara, that kind of stuff can hide a myriad of sins, a myriad of mistakes. I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that dark brown and put it right here in the outside, just to re-intensify what I had put down there before. I'm going to pick up a little bit more Wicked on another brush, and I'm just going to re-intensify that blue purple there. Let me clean this up a little bit. All right, what do we think? I think that shimmer shade on the lid is beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, let's see. I think I want a line, and I'm going to use my Artista liner from AOA, which is Shop Miss A. This is their in-house brand, and this is the blue one. And I'm going to go ahead and do my upper lash line with this, and then I think I'll tightline with a blue as well. And I will do a wing. I did want to get the my initial layer down for this blue on my upper lash line because I want to put a little glitter on, because it's Thursday, and you know what that means. Yeah, I don't either. I really enjoy the AOA Shop Miss A liners like this, except for the purple one. The purple one is no good, or maybe I just got a dud. That's definitely possible. I think I'm going to tightline with the shade Locket from Morphe, because it's the only kind of dark blue one I can put my hands on right now. So that's kind of nice. But for glitter, now the glitters in here, I don't care for. I don't care for the formula. The one that's, let's see, the purple one is not bad because it's finer, but the blue one and the silver one in here, they're way too chunky for my taste. This one that's more coppery is pretty. It's a little finer. It's not as glittery as the purple one, but it's still really pretty. And if you didn't know this already, this color right here, which is called Bake, is a multi-chrome. So it's like, it's one of those magical, it's a magical color. I mean, truly, it's beautiful. But not to get too far off into the weeds, I mean, it's so pretty. But for the glitters in there, I don't like them. I tried them. I've tried swatching them on my hands. I've tried using them on my eyes once or twice. And I was just like, no, I don't like these. So instead, I'm going to take a Pixie glitter. This is from Pixie. You can get this at Target. And this is like the blue silver version, blue silver green. I think I'm just going to go in with this white one. It's not really white. It's like iridescent. But I like the formula of this glitter quite a lot. And I just want a little bit in the center of my lid. Hopefully you can see that. I do like these glitters. And this one in particular is super useful because it is like a iridescent, transparent kind of glitter, which means that you could put it on all kinds of stuff, and whatever color you've got underneath is going to show through, which is perfect in my opinion. I am going to go ahead and finish my wing and the rest of my face. I will share what I put on my face when I come back, and I will give you, a few final thoughts on the Juvia's Place Wahala 2 palette. This is the Wahala 2. All right, guys, I will be right back. Okay guys, I am back and I've got the rest of my face on, and let me tell you, it's a good thing my eyelashes aren't glued to my eyebrows today, because I was having a time of it. Usually eyelashes are not a problem, but today all I did was fight with them. Before I get into the palette, I do want to share with you what I put on my face. For my foundation today, I used the Estee Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue, and I just bought the color 1 and 2 Ecru. Because the other ones that I have 2 other shades, and they are both just a tiny bit too dark for me for the winter. So this is definitely one of my favorite foundations. For my bronzer, I went in with this little guy, and unfortunately he is discontinued, and I almost didn't use it, but if you can find this like on the clearance rack at Sally's, this is a really nice blush. This is the color Major from Col-lab. And I really like this blush. I bought it on clearance, and it's been a while. So if you can, find these on clearance at Sally's. They are really, really nice bronzers. For my blush, I used the AOA Studio, again, Shop Miss A Perfect Blush. And this is the color Wispy. And it's just a really pretty kind of a peachy color. I really like it. I have a couple of these little blushes like this, and these are like $1 or $1.50 or something. For my highlight, which is kind of intense today, and I didn't really intend for it to be, I went in with the Revolution highlighter Reloaded in Just My Type, and it's kind of a peachy champagne-y color. Real pretty. I enjoy this highlighter. For my waterline, I lined with the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in Teaspoon. And on my lower lash line, I put the color Lust from the Wahala palette. So now for the Wahala palette. I really like this palette. I mean, there are some really beautiful colors in here. There's no doubt about it. So I think there are some similarities in this palette that are a little bit unnecessary. I don't like the glitters in this palette. I just don't. They're just not my favorite. I don't care for the colors that much. And so if you're looking to buy this palette for the glitters, don't do that, because there are better glitters out there. The multi-chrome in the corner here is beautiful. And I really enjoy the blue shades in here, the blue purple shades. But again, some of them are awfully similar, especially on the eyes. And so I don't like that. Like I wish Dream was like a super dark blue, like super dark, like almost a blackened blue. That would have been good. I also, I don't know, I love the shade that I put on my lid today, which is, let me see if I can point to it, is the shade Money, which is right here. It's a really neat kind of duochrome blue-green thing, which is part of the reason that I picked it. The other day, for the look that I filmed, that I am probably not going to upload unless I include like a little clip of it or something, is Dope. Let me just show you those two. So this one is Money and this one is Dope. So one is obviously more of a like a blue-green, cooler blue-green. This one down here is Money and this is Dope. Whereas this one's more of a blue-purple shift. Those are both really, really pretty. I have not used all of the colors in here. This one's really pretty. This is called Amiibo, I think is how you say it. And it's a really pretty kind of duochrome sparkly purple color. I haven't used that one yet. I really like the dark brown in here, which, you know, dark brown, that sounds so yawn, but I think it's really important to have a color like that dark brown in there to give a palette some depth and give you the ability to deepen a look if you would like to. Do you need this palette? I'm not sure that you do. I'm certainly glad that I have it, and I am looking forward to playing with it a little bit more. I feel like it could have been edited down a bit. For example, I could have done without the whole side row here of whites and silvers and things like that. They're just not colors that I reach for. Not even for like inner corner highlight, which is not something that I do real often. It's not that they're not pretty colors, because they absolutely are. I just don't personally reach for them. And again, it's got that glitter in it that I don't like. So there's the colors. But maybe you can see what I mean by feeling like this could have been edited down a little bit, or just a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more variety or a little bit more depth. I'm not sure exactly what is kind of, you know, sitting wrong with me, as it were. But in general, the formulas in this are really nice. Like the shimmers are beautiful. Juvia's Place shimmers, satins, those are always really nice, or almost always really nice. And the mattes are really good too. So if you like Juvia's Place formulas and, you know, you just want to add to your collection, absolutely do that. For a blue palette, I personally, I don't know, I'm on the fence about whether I like these blues or the ones like in the Sweet Shop Bubblegum palette from BH Cosmetics. Let me just show you real quick with that. Now, of course, there's not as many colors in this, but you know, these are just, they're really lovely colors. And the BH Cosmetics Blueberry Muffin palette is also a really good blue palette, and I feel like it has a little bit more depth. And I've already done a look with that palette, and I've done a look with this palette too, I think, and I will link those videos above or down below depending. I do really like this palette. I like to be as positive as I can while pointing out the shortcomings of something if I can. There are a few things that I wish were a little bit different, but the colors in it are really beautiful, glitters aside. And I don't think that you would regret it if you purchase this palette, if you're really wanting something that's bright and blue and you know, gorgeous and stuff. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there because I just don't think there's too much else for me to say. If you are wondering why I sound different, that is because I did not have my mic plugged in earlier, and so it was recording. I hope it was recording. I haven't checked the footage with the camera mic. So hopefully that will be all right. If it's not, I'm sorry. I apologize profusely. It will hopefully never happen again. But I'm like, I am not recording a third video for this palette. I mean, I like this palette, but you know, I don't want to record a third video with it, saying the same thing and doing the same kind of blue-green look. Anyway, I am going to leave that part of it there. If you are wondering about my earrings today, do stay tuned because I am going to be filming another video today, and I am going to be doing like an earring haul. And so this is one of the pairs that I picked up yesterday, and super cute, kind of flashy, and actually all the earrings I got are kind of flashy, so I am enjoying that. And I feel like I am not centered. I'm never centered. You know, you're just gonna have to cut me some slack, people, because I clearly am not a professional. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, ring that bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a new video, which is several times a week. And until next time, bye guys.